Hey there! So today we are going to cover chapter 9 in The Science of Getting Rich book by Wattles, and this chapter is called How to Use the Will. So how to use the will is the will that you're going to be using on yourself and not using it on others. Like, you know how others would forcing their will upon others. But this thing here, in The Science of Getting Rich, it's all about you focusing your will on yourself and using it on yourself only. So you use your will to, first is to think and do the right things, and then the second is to hold yourself in the right course, and then the third is you use your will to keep yourself thinking and doing things in a certain way. So you keep your will to keep your mind working the right way. So you hold a steady image of that thing that you want, and hold it steady with purpose and faith. So the more steady and continuous you hold that image in your mind, the faster you're gonna get to that mental image that you formed in your head, the faster that you're gonna get that into your physical world. And we've talked about, like in the previous chapters, we've covered how you can impress that image in your thought upon the formless substance and cause that thing you think about to be created. So what you want to be doing is you want to be impressing only positive images in your thoughts, just because the more positive your thoughts are, the closer you draw whatever it is that you want towards you. And you don't want to be thinking negative, just because when you think negative, you send the current away from you. So instead of you getting closer to what you want to accomplish, when you have negative thoughts, you're getting farther and farther away from that thing you want to accomplish. So you want to stay positive. And the other thing too is you wanna keep steady your faith and your purpose, and keep a strong belief. As we've covered in the previous chapters, you always have to have that faith, that belief, because the thing is, the more faith and belief that you have in accomplishing your dream, the more faith and belief that you have that you will get what it is that you truly want, the sooner you get to it, the sooner it'll get to you. Because the more you plant seeds of doubt and fear, you're pushing it away from you. So if you want something in life, you don't want it. It may have happened to you in the past where, you're aiming for something and you feel like you've been, you feel like you've been working so hard to get it, but at the same time, how come it seems like the harder you work, the farther it seems to be getting away from you? So maybe, I don't know, maybe there were like doubts and fears as you were working towards whatever you want to accomplish. So now that we're learning that when you plant seeds of doubt and fear into your subconscious, when you plant those images in your thoughts, you're pushing it away, you're pushing the dream away. So you don't want to do that. You want to stop having doubts and fears, and instead replace them. Use the power of your will to replace those doubts and fear with those of hope, faith, and strong belief. And yesterday I gave you a quote from William James where he said, "Believe, and your beliefs will create the fact." So you want to keep believing, and you want to keep that belief strong. And I'm gonna read you something from the Bible. It's not to preach you the Bible or anything, but it's something that Jesus said. So it goes like this: all the promises are unto them that believe, and unto them only. So if you want the promise of a good life, you better believe, because if you don't believe, you will never get it. So since belief is very important, it's very important that you guard your thoughts. So you always want to be aware of where your thoughts are going. So you use the power of your will to always direct your thoughts towards something that you want to accomplish, towards something that you want in life, towards something that you want to see more of. And so in this chapter, he also talked about so since this is the book of the science of getting rich, so it is with the assumption, of course, that you want to get rich. So if you do want to get rich, you wanna stay away from thinking about poverty. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to talk about it, as in just really stay away from the subject. Instead, you wanna focus on the things that you want. So according to this book, it said that no one has really accomplished anything when they focus on the opposite of that thing that they want to accomplish. So if you want to get rich, you don't want to study how to become not poor, or you don't want to be researching how people are in poverty. So but instead, if you want to get rich, you want to focus on activities that rich people take part in. So say for just research what they do, and according to this book, you do things in a certain way, and you are with mathematical certainty will get rich. And the same also goes with when you want to be healthy. So when you want to be healthy, you don't want to be thinking about illnesses, about sickness, those things. So you want to be focusing on how to stay healthy. Like, what do healthy people do? Like, what do healthy people eat? Those kinds of things. So when you wanna become healthy, or you want to stay healthy, you don't want to be having thoughts of, okay, how do I not get sick? How do I avoid getting sick? So anything that will kind of direct your thoughts toward illnesses, toward sicknesses, just stay away from that, and instead focus on whatever it is that you want to get to. So if it's health that you want, you focus on the health. If maybe it is you need to have a balanced diet, you need to work out regularly, that kind of thing. So you just kind of direct your focus, you direct your will towards that thing that you want to accomplish, whether riches, whether wealth, whether health, or whether happiness. You direct your thoughts towards that thing. And in case you're on a mission to eradicate poverty, or to maybe help poor people, what you want to do is you want to get rich yourself, so you're in a position to help them, so you can inspire them. If you've risen out of poverty and you got yourself to become rich, you can show others that they too can do it. You can inspire them, instead of, because the thing is that when you give them a handout, yes, it might solve their problem for a short bit of time, but it won't last long, because once that supply has finished, like once that help that you've given them has ended, they're back to their normal life. And if you want to teach them how to get rich, you can probably maybe share with them a copy of this book, The Science of Getting Rich. So so that will educate them and kind of help them understand the way the mind works, and that they don't have to live in poverty their entire life, that they can rise out of it, and then they can have better life. They can create the life that that before they've only just imagined. They can actually bring that imagined life into their physical reality. And the last part in this chapter talked about being in the creative thought as opposed to being in a competitive thought. So yesterday we covered how the step number one to thinking and doing in a certain way is to step out of competitive thought. So the thing is, like, when you're in competition mode, you're always thinking of knocking the other down, just, you know, so you can win. But to really win in life, you don't have to do that. You can be in in a creative mode and creating opportunities not only for yourself, but as you do that, you also create opportunities for others. So it's all a win-win-win situation. So not only you win in life, but all those you come in contact with, all those, you know, all those who somehow get involved with you also win. So it's a win-win-win-win situation all around, and that's what you want in life. So I'm gonna leave you with this quote from Wallace D. Wattles. Every person who becomes rich by competition kicks down the ladder by which he rises and keeps others down. But every person who gets rich by creation opens a way for thousands to follow him and inspires them to do so. So that's it for this chapter. So again, use the power of your will to direct your thoughts only on things that you want to accomplish. Okay, so that's it, and have yourself